All new hydrogen car by Toyota will be the end of EVs. Toyota CEO unveils 2 new hydrogen cars. Did you know that gas cars make almost 3 times more pollution from start to finish compared to EVs? Even though the goal is good, aiming for 70% of cars sold worldwide to be electric by 2030, it's worrisome that EVs still contribute 3,932 pounds of pollution every year. A study from a Norwegian university shows that before even being used, a new EV has already released 30,000 pounds of carbon dioxide before entering the showroom, leading to 36,000 lives being affected each year because of these emissions. It's upsetting to see that despite people choosing EVs for the environment, there are still big environmental problems, like making the greenhouse effect worse. And that's why Toyota is here now with new cars containing hydrogen engines to stand out from the trending EV culture. As Toyota claims, it has the capability to beat the conventional BEV trend as well. Since 1992, Toyota has been a leader in developing vehicles that run on hydrogen. In 2015, they introduced the Mirai, the first hydrogen-powered car you could buy. Even though the former CEO, Akio Toyoda, was unsure about fully switching to EVs, and the next CEO, Koji Sato, kept the focus on hydrogen for a greener environment. Sato faced challenges with the Mirai in places like California, so he decided to also invest in EVs while supporting hydrogen. Hydrogen cars work differently from regular EVs. Instead of relying on big batteries, they use a fuel cell stack to make electricity as needed. This stack passes hydrogen through a membrane to create electricity for the car. What's cool is that these cars only emit water vapor, so they're super clean and don't add to air pollution. These cars are like hybrids, using both a fuel cell and a small battery. This combo makes them perform well and last longer. Plus, refueling with hydrogen takes only a few minutes, making them more convenient for long trips compared to EVs that need hours to recharge. As the Wall Street Journal reports, people involved in the auto industry are largely a silent majority. Toyota said, that silent majority is wondering whether EVs are really okay to have as a single option, but they think it's the trend, so they can't speak out loudly, because the right answer is still unclear. We shouldn't limit ourselves to just one option. Hydrogen vehicles also drive like EVs, with features like regenerative braking and no traditional transmission. However, the challenge is making hydrogen cells work well with changing power needs, as they're most efficient when producing a steady amount of power. This makes them good for things like backup power. Toyota's Mirai is a result of their innovative hybrid tech, adapting it to create fuel cell EVs. After testing the waters in Japan and California, they launched a more advanced second-generation Mirai. Unlike the first one, the new Mirai is a fancy sedan that's comfortable and stylish. Sales have gone up a lot, with many on the roads worldwide. Toyota just rolled out a couple of new fuel cell EVs, or FCEVs, a revamped Mirai and a whole new model called the Toyota Mirai Sport. They've seriously upped their game with the redesigned Mirai, fixing up some issues from the last model. They've jiggled around the hydrogen tanks to give us more room inside, better legroom, headroom, and even more boot space. You'll appreciate the extra storage, especially considering the last Mirai had a bit of a limitation with just 321 liters of space in a car that's almost 5 meters long. So diving into the Mirai, it's the second-gen fuel cell sedan that runs on a fuel cell electric powertrain using hydrogen, basically acting like a mobile chemical lab. The electric motor pumps out 182 horsepower, sending that power to the rear wheels through a direct drive transmission, giving you a smooth and agile ride. Toyota hasn't given us the official mileage number for 2023 yet, but they're claiming the Mirai can go up to 400 miles on a single hydrogen tank, and refueling only takes 3 to 5 minutes. Inside the Mirai's got a tech-savvy vibe with a digital screen on the dashboard showing off all your vehicle info, navigation, and entertainment. It's a futuristic and comfy space with plenty of room for everyone. Now, if you're feeling a bit fancy, the limited trim kicks things up a notch with a moonroof, heated and ventilated seats, and a 3-zone automatic climate control system. The 12.3-inch touchscreen infotainment system is a beast, supporting wireless connectivity, a thumping 14-speaker JBL auto system, Sirius XM satellite radio, in-dash navigation, and smartphone integration with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. It's a whole package of convenience, entertainment, and functionality. For FCEVs, we will pursue mass production centered on commercial vehicles, said Hiroki Nakajima, Toyota's chief technology officer. But the revamped Mirai isn't the only car they're bringing. Let's talk about the Mirai Sport, which got a new look with a front bumper that's different from the standard Mirai. They've swapped out the chrome grille for a smaller lower one, kind of like the latest Prius. Some slick changes, like 3 slits above the license plate and a black trim piece between the headlights, give it a sportier vibe. On the back end, the Mirai Sport has a glossy black rear diffuser, a low-key black spoiler, and a carbon-style weave wrap on certain body panels. Toyota addressed the previous lack of driving excitement by decking out the Mirai Sport with BBS-style 21-inch alloy rims and Michelin Pilot Sports S tires. They've lowered the suspension by 20 millimeters for better handling and are aiming to boost the powertrain to over 220 horsepower, gunning for a 0 to 60 time under 7 seconds, a major upgrade from the previous 9.2 seconds. Sure, efficiency might dip a bit compared to the long-range Mirai, but a projected range of over 400 miles still sounds pretty awesome. Toyota's not just stopping at the Mirai when it comes to fuel cell EVs, or FCEVs. They've got the Toyota Crown sedan in the works, and it's got some cool stuff going. It shares a platform with the Mirai, but kicks things up a notch with a longer length, around 5.03 meters to be exact. Plus, the Crown is flexing a distinct interior that screams luxury louder than the Mirai. On the exterior, it's got this bold front with a massive vertical barred grille, giving off serious Mercedes-Maybach vibes. China's got its eye on it, indicating a preference for it over traditional EVs. This got me thinking, what's the deal with hydrogen-powered rides? What do they bring to the table compared to EVs? Turns out there's a bunch of perks, mainly because FCEVs are more eco-friendly than other BEVs. While BEVs themselves don't spit out pollutants, the production of the energy they guzzle down can mess up the environment big time. On the flip side, FCEVs use hydrogen, sidestepping the need for a grill connection for a refill. Studies say a regular car has to clock in over 100,000 to 150,000 miles to match the pollution levels produced during the making of a single EV. And those EV batteries? Mostly made of toxic lithium, which isn't exactly Mother Earth's BFF during extraction. Since there aren't many alternatives to lithium right now, FCEVs come off as a cleaner, more sustainable choice. But here's the cool part. FCEVs use battery too, just with way less power needs than EV batteries. This opens the door to greener elements instead of lithium, upping their eco-friendly game. So they actually contribute to cleaning up the air. When FCEVs mix oxygen and hydrogen to make electricity, they spew out water vapor, and thanks to some nifty filtration systems, it's nearly squeaky clean. So driving one of these in the city might actually help purify the air a bit. Now, I won't sugarcoat it. FCEVs do have their challenges. Hydrogen storage is a bit tricky since it's flammable and explosive, and the whole cooling thing during storage adds a layer of complexity. Also, the current process of turning hydrogen into power creates a fair bit of waste gas, making us question if it's truly green, at least for now. Also, metals don't exactly age like fine wine in the presence of hydrogen. Tanks need frequent maintenance and swaps because of it. And the struggle is real when it comes to recharging infrastructure. Most places in Europe and the US are seriously lacking in FCEV charging stations, like over 100 times fewer than what EVs have. And before you get too hyped about the Toyota Mirai Sport I mentioned earlier, hold your horses. It's just a concept car. No official production plans yet. The Toyota Crown is hitting the streets in the fall, but it's going to be like a limited edition drop, mainly in Asia. When asked about the target sales number, Sato replied, "We don't have a very specific business goal at this time." Toyota's not snoozing on the EV scene. They're dropping 10 new electric models, and there's this BZ4X thing in the mix. But Toyota's still holding it down for FCEVs and making moves in China. FCEVs are dealing with issues of affordability and efficiency compared to the EV squad. There is a whole worry about running out of rare minerals for EV batteries too. It's a wild ride out there in the world of eco-friendly wheels. So do you think hydrogen is the future of clean energy vehicles? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe for more exciting updates, and join the conversation. Thanks for watching.